Hi guys, so today is, well, it marks the end of another previous month, which is September, and let us see how September went for us. It was a crazy month for me. Let me start off with this. Like, I got this one lady who came into the car, picked her up from, I think it was Sun City. We're headed to Glass Residence in Jabi, if you know. And she was well dressed, right? This was around 7, maybe 8. She was well dressed, and she honestly dressed like a person who works in the bank. But it was Sunday, so I'm guessing not from the bank. But she was like corporately dressed. That's what I mean. Okay. So when we got to like what is the name of this place now? You know, the Coca-Cola. Anyway, on the road, she asked if she could smoke in my car. I was like, no, I don't like the smell it leaves, right? Because the next person comes in and they think, what's that ugly smell or something like that. And she's like, please, it has no smell whatsoever. It leaves no residue, and I'm gonna give you extra. So I was a bit sold, like, exactly what are you trying to smoke that doesn't have a smell? Even the regular cigarette has a smell. Weed has a smell. Huh, I was curious. Anyway, I wasn't curious. I was just focused, and I was like, okay, I was sold when she said, okay, I'm going to give you something extra. So I was like, okay, fine, we're going to wind down the window just in case everything just goes out. So we did that, and then she started to smoke. Now, you know that I think they call it crack. God help me, I don't know what is inside, but you know the thing where they use lighter and then with like a test tube, not a test tube, but you know those sort of glassy looking type of shit you see in the lab. So she used the lighter, and then it was bubbling and she was going, and I could not perceive anything. So it made me uncomfortable actually. For a little bit I was like, what could you be having that I can't even smell it, like even a little bit? Nothing, like absolutely nothing. So she kept on doing that, and I could see from my mirror she would do that and go like and oh boy. Anyway, we got to Glass Residence. She wasn't true. She's like, please, could you circle around? Because I need to put myself together. I'll pay you extra. I was with this lady for what should have been like 30 minutes, took like an hour and something, just because she was trying to put herself together. Like, this was one person I think I have ever carried that seemed like an addict. You know, it was that bad. The numbers for this month, let's get to it. So, this month had 4 Fridays and 4 Sundays. Now, if you know my work pattern, you know that I work only twice in the week, and 4 times, twice in the week, that means 8 times in the month. So, and I work half a day on Friday from evening till maybe middle of the night, and then on Sunday is a very full day for me from early morning till late hours of the night, more like 18 hours or something and counting. So that's my work pattern, and thanks to, I got another person's number for this week. Last week we did that for church. This week I got a number from Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik is actually more like a friend and more like a neighbor, more like a neighbor and a colleague. But the difference is the car the Malik uses is not really his, so he has to give some remittance. Clearly his work pattern is different, okay? And we're going to look at it, and I have some quite an interesting thing to point out to you, okay? Because the Malik's system is different. Mine is also different. Like I said, mine is 2 days, okay? Half day on Friday, full day on Sunday. That's just how I work. I don't go beyond, I don't go beneath. Just that. That's all. Another thing that I also wanted to point out is that if you look at my fuel expenditure for the month, The fuel expenditure, I only calculated what I had to keep aside to buy fuel for the next day of starting the work. It doesn't mean that that was everything I used, okay? While at work, when my fuel finished, I top it up, and things like that until the day finishes. But that, whatever I've written down, did not capture every single amount I spent while at work. It only captures the amount I used to start. Please bear this in mind. Alright, so without further ado, let me start with my own number. Okay, now I'm not going to break it down like day to day. I'm just going to give you the rough estimate, not the rough, the actual number. Actually, I've collated everything, and this is the actual number. Alright, so the actual number is this. Before I do that, let me also remind us about a partnership agreement with TRUBOOKER. Now, TRUBOOKER is a new app, new ride-sharing app, and they are an app with a difference worth exploring. I'm already a member of this app, and I feel like they are coming in with some kind of revolution type thing. Okay, it's not the regular Bolt and Uber, it's not the regular business of ride sharing. They have a different approach to this whole thing, and I invite you to also be a part of it. It's actually quite interesting. All right, so if you're not a member yet, make sure you join. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Let's get right to it. My own number, the gross for the entire month of September, was 415,000, 415. And the expenditure for fuel was 122,000. Remember what I said about fuel, okay? This does not cover everything that was spent. It covers everything that I used to start. So after the end of a day, I bring out some money to buy fuel for the next day. That's the amount we're talking about, that amount that I brought out. That's the collation of all the amounts for the entire 4 weeks in September. And now my profit, or my net, was 293. The net is gross minus fuel, 293. And by the way, the gross is also the amount gotten after taking out commission. All right, commission is not involved here at all. Commission has already been taken out, commission has been sorted for. This is just the amount after commission. So we're subtracting just the fuel, and we get 29,300. That's our net. Repairs. I did repair, was actually a shaft on the other side of the leg, because I did the other shaft some 2 months ago. The other side started going kakaka, so I had to change it, and some other, little things, and everything came around 30,000 for the month of September. All right, so the actual profit is 263,000. This is the actual profit. So I made 263,000. This is my take home. This one is not like I'm still going to minus transportation or anything. This is like my pure profit, the one that went into my pocket. Okay, understand, like if you work in a corporation, a bank, or whatever, you get paid, let's say 300k. Okay, inside that 300k, you still have to minus transportation, you still have to minus feeding. Most of the time, it covers like 30% of the entire amount. So by the end of the day, the take home for a person who earns 300k, maybe working in a bank or any other corporation, could be something like 210. That's the pure profit, okay, with nothing else attached to it. That's my number. I made 263 for the month of September. Now let's go to Abdul Malik. Now, Abdul Malik, like I said, he rents his car. It's not his, so he does some delivery. So he works more than I do, okay? Abdul Malik basically works from morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sorry, he skips Friday. He's a Muslim, so he skips Friday, okay? He has like a half day or something like that on a Friday, but he works every other day, from morning to like evening, 4, 5, 6, depending on how the work takes him. And his number for the entirety of September, as he gave to me, was 528,000. 528,000. And then the amount of fuel he said he spent. Now these are estimates, okay? These are estimates. The amount of fuel he said he spent was like 196,000, and his net came around 332,000. However, because he drives more often, and well, you know how cars are, the more you use it, the more wears and tears you will have. He spent around 45k on repairs. 45k. He said he changed his kickstart, and then he did some servicing. He said he does servicing for the car once in 5 weeks. So that's a month plus 1 week. Once in 5 weeks. And the reason for this is, you know, the more you drive, basically, the more you would need to do this servicing. So his pure profit is 287,000. 287,000. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. Now, this is a thing I wanted to point your attention to. See the difference between my number and Malik's number. Okay? Mine is 263. Malik's is 287. The difference is somewhere around 24,000 for a person who works 5 days a week, maybe 6 days a week, and a person who works like 1.5 days a week. You find that the difference is not just 20 something, 24,000. Do you understand what that means? Find a system. Pick your again. I'm so sorry that I'm making this analysis based on Malik, because I can understand why he needs to do this. Okay, he's renting the car, so he needs to have he needs to pay back something every week. He's renting the car. Okay, but if you're a person who is not renting, I beseech you, let me use Bible English, I beg of you, don't overuse your car like that. You will repair and repair. His repair is 45k. Mine is 30. And I think mine is just, I could have even left the shaft to continue like that, because it's a Toyota car. It's not like the thing is going to pull like a Honda. I just wanted to, because, well, sometimes it's very uncomfortable to let that thing go on for a long time. Okay, and I'm pretty sure his own repairs too is going to be more and more. I do servicing once in 2 months. He does once in 5 weeks. 1 month and 1 week. If you own your car, I beg of you, use wisdom. Okay, don't rush into it like there is so much money. No. As much as you are making, you're also losing. That's the problem with the business, right? As much as you think you're making. So make sure you find your days, find your moments, and just go in hard on those few moments, by the way. Not a lot. Okay? So those are the numbers for September. So I beseech you, again, begging you, find a system that really works for you. There is no sense that the business is not about exhausting yourself just to make profit. You would just be frustrated, and you join the band of people who always complain about the fares and everything else. Like, I get tired of hearing all that. Okay, I'm not saying the fares are great, but I'm saying if you are not finding it convenient, find a different line of work. You just stay there and keep complaining like you're a tree. Move away from it. Okay, let's not get into that. But another crazy thing that happened in this month, let me use this story to conclude. Found this lady. I carried her from, is this ACDDD, whatever estate in Kubwa. It's like opposite Brick City. Actually, it's a little bit past Brick City estate in Kubwa. So I picked up somebody from there. She said she was going all the way to River Park. It was a long journey, 15 minutes or an hour plus. So when I finally picked her, when she stepped into the car, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, if you've been driving for a while now. Some people, they come into your car and you know that they've been smoking loud, like the cannabis, the one they call loud, Canadian loud, right? It reeks, it smells so badly that they have to apply perfume like excessively just to cover the smell. This lady had actually applied said perfume, but then when she stepped into the car, I could still smell, bruh. If weed had like, if smell had like a solid form, I would say that smell slapped me on the face. It was that heavy on her. Her eyes were like barely opening. It was all red, right? She entered and she was still high. Again, not my cup of tea. I was driving and then I always do this anyway with customers. Like, I can see on the app you're going to River Park Estate, right? So I need to reconfirm with them before they will be like, no, it's not me that booked it. It's not there. I'm going to River Plate. You know, those stories. I don't want that. So I went ahead and okay, you're going to River Park in Lube, right? Or Airport Road, whatever they call it. She's like, yeah. No, actually, she didn't say yeah. The funny thing happened. She was laughing. Ah, so what did I say? Was I trying to be funny? I just asked a simple question. You're going to River Park, ba? Yeah. You people are funny. What are you talking about? Who was trying to be funny here? And then she's like, yes, yes. I hope you take the amount on the app. I didn't ask. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, it's good. Unless you want to add something. If you're trying to be generous, of course, I won't say no. Okay, okay. Don't worry, I'll add something. This was literally how she was slurring her word. It was like she was talking in slow motion. Don't worry, I'll add something, okay? Oh boy. Weird. So, anyway, drove her all the way to the place. Obviously, she was not the one paying, so adding something was not really a problem for her. So the other person added whatever she told the person to add. So weed days and much more weeder days to come. Anyway, so that's our number for this month. I hope to see you next time. All right? Bye-bye.